Okay, let's give this a shot. Trying to maybe get back into the swing of things. See how things work. Let's play some Biomutant. Because it's a game I'm playing. We're jumping right in. I've been playing a while. I've actually got I don't know how many. Is there a way to? Actually, I think when I go to the loading screen, it'll tell me how many hours I got. So let us see. Yes. I had lasagna. Okay, so one gripe I got right now. This loading screen in the beginning is quite long. It takes a bit to load. Kind of a little personal gripe. It's not terrible. I mean, let's be honest, it's not freaking terrible. But I actually have no mic. Oh. Right? Oh no, there's the mic. Okay. How did I miss that? Huh. It's above the webcam. How did I miss that? I don't know. I'm being an idiot. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a personal gripe. It just takes a bit to load the game. Kind of annoying. Not a deal breaker. I mean, it only happens when you first load up the game that it takes a bit. But other than that, it's pretty decent. I do like that you can skip a lot of this stuff. So the autosave feature is fine. You really never notice that, to be honest, when it's autosaving. You rarely ever notice it. We're gonna skip that too. One thing I do like about this game a lot is I can skip that too. Let's see. Before I get into that, let's see how many. Yes, I am Benkyo.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Yes. Let's load game because I don't remember. I've had. Okay, it says 1 day, 10 hours, 14 minutes. So I'm assuming that's 34 hours. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll just assume that's the case. It looks like I just took over a rival base. The one thing I was gonna say, like the autosave, you never really notice it. It's very subtle. It's in that bottom right corner, as you can probably see here. That's the loading symbol also, but that's the little save symbol. You never ever freaking notice it. But like when you save a game, when you just manually save a game, it saves super quickly. It's really freaking nice. Because some other games, you go to save it and it takes a bit to save. And it's kind of, I don't necessarily want to say it's annoying, but when you're like, oh, I just want to do a quick save, and it takes a handful, 30 seconds to a minute to save, you're kind of like, oh my god.
The Granito Outpost, a favorite Nectra tribe hangout.
Right? Whoa, what?
Such a windswept place.
Where am I? Did I not take this? Oh, I didn't. What? Oh, huh? Hold on. Did I take this one over? Okay, I took this one over. Okay, I'm getting confused as what the heck just happened. So yes, we're joining in. I've already done a bunch of stuff. I don't remember this being so slow in the full zoom out, but maybe it is. Am I just misremembering? Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I don't really full zoom out anymore, but okay, so one thing I really like about this game that I want to chime in right now is all of these on the world map. You got these star ones, those are your as it would say, your main quests. And then all these other ones are side quests or like side activities, you could say, because there's solve 5 of this puzzle, solve 2 of this puzzle. Not necessarily like a side quest per se, but like a side activity. So I really like that the second you start one, they all populate. So you don't have to hunt for them. You can just kind of go and do it, which is super freaking nice. Super duper handy, super quick, super awesome. Now here, just with the green thing, this is... What tribe did I join? I joined the, what tribe did I join? Oh, this is something else. I joined a tribe, I can't... Oh, here it is. Here's the tribe I joined. I drive the Myriad tribe. So this green zone area is the territory we've taken over from rival tribes and whatnot. This is the first rival tribe. The Giogni tribe is the first tribe you take over, or I did. And now we are working with the Netra tribe is the next tribe that I'm going to take over, kind of unifying the map as it were. But what this game does, it's like there's no time frame on when you have to do the main quests, which I kind of like. I kind of like exploring. The world is absolutely freaking beautiful. What's this guy? Ring dingers? Alright, I can do that. Hit to the fore of the Netra. I like doing ones when they're like all grouped up together. Like here you got 4 in a row. So I'll actually probably go do that. So let's actually toggle this one. We're going to track that quest. And then we're going to fast travel here. Fast travel is actually really... I like being able to fast travel. It makes me super happy. However, I don't really care for how you engage the fast travel spots. You pee on them. I mean, you are a raccoon, a mutated raccoon, and all that other good stuff, but you pee on them. I don't like that. I think it's dumb. I just think it's dumb. It's different, but I think it's dumb. I have honestly never figured out what that noise means. It means something's close, but I don't freaking know. You do have mounts. I got a variety of mounts. You got your regular mount when you're on land, you got your water mount, and you got your mount for when you are in the dead zone. I don't... What the heck? Oh crap! I'm getting attacked! So combat is fairly straightforward. I didn't realize it was in combat. Is that it? Okay. I didn't realize I was in combat. But no, so you got your... I'll do a brief overview. You got your guns, which are a lot of fun. I'll reload because why not?
Fine time to be outside.
Okay, that's the little green grasshopper called my automaton that's on me. Does random comments. It's actually one of the more annoying parts of the game. You can turn them down how often they happen and stuff, but it's kind of annoying because it's just pointless stuff. Oh, another day has passed. I don't care. But so the guns. I can do it this way. Boom! I got my dual guns, which looks cool, and I got my. Can I get a pose with my dual blades? I got my dual blades, which is also cool. I like them. So yeah, I like that. Oh, here's my automaton. There's that guy. But yeah, so it's just I kind of hate... Okay, I was wrong. It's not in the bottom right corner. It's in the upper right corner of the autosave. But yeah, so I got some cool... You know, let's go over that. Let's go over that. So my character... Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. No, I want to go to gear first. We'll go main hand. I got that weapon. That is a cool weapon. It's a main hand weapon. It's got heat damage. And one reason I really like this weapon, even knowing it's not the strongest, I mean it's a single-handed medium speed, so a little bit more damage than light weapons. It's a little bit slower, but remedy. It heals you when you kill something with it, so it's very worthwhile if you're in the heat of battle. Sorry, get me some coffee. When you're in heat of battle and you're getting railed on, you're getting beat up, your health is going down. You can damage a bunch of enemies with that, with whatever you want, your guns or whatnot, and then kill them with that. It heals you up, heals you pretty good. So that's freaking nice. Come on, there we go. And my offhand is this Tonto blade, which you cannot see. That's not the Tonto blade. Where's the Tonto blade? Okay, it's sticking out the back there. You can kind of see it there. The handle's sticking out back, and it's got some bio. Oh, it's got weak ass bio damage. It's only got 20. What? The other one's got freaking 125. But it knocks enemies to the ground, so that's kind of nice. And this is my secondary gun. It's a gun, so you can wield those dual. You can wield those. You can dual wield those. It's also got biohazard damage. So that's actually nice. I like the extra status effect type or the extra damage types you get, the typed damage as opposed to just, you know, your straight up physical damage. But you can see on the thing, you know, when you got the arrow next to it, that's actually what's equipped. I really like that. It's actually kind of handy. So this one, I got my Perpew. Does electric damage. Wow, the other one's way better. But every other shot reloads a bullet. So that's actually nice, so you don't run out of ammo. Oh, that's a rifle. No wonder. Okay. But another thing, so you got... so that's your weapons. I like having typed damage and untyped damage. Everything comes with untyped damage. But I like having the typed damage because that can add statuses or damage over time on your enemies. And I do really like that. Now here we got in the lower corner, I was going to move my mouse to show you, but you're not going to see that because I'm on my Xbox. But you got your fire damage, you got your fire, or your heat, I should say, because it's classified as heat damage, cold damage, radiation damage, biohazard damage, and then you got your, what do they call it? Oh my gosh, I lost it. Like asphyxiation damage. It's basically in low oxygen atmospheres or low oxygen areas, you're going to asphyxiate, you're going to not have enough oxygen, you're going to die. So all those are at 100%. I worked for that because actually if you go to the map, one of the first zones you get access to is this zone over here, the dead zone. You get a quest right there like pretty early in the game, but it's low oxygen, so you can only be there a certain amount of time before you die. So you can't actually unlock that quickly until you actually get some of those resistances up. I mean, there are areas in the dead zone where there is oxygen, so you kind of, if you got some resistance, you can kind of go from A to B. The first A to B is actually pretty quick. You can do a couple side things in there and then get out. It's pretty early in the zone. I think I only had like 20, maybe 25% resistance at that point in time. So it adds up, but there's a thing in the middle, so you can kind of do the thing, go, you know, have, because what it does is there's like a percentage timer, I guess you could say, a percentage bar that kind of fills up or goes down, and the asphyxiation goes down. So that goes down fairly quickly. Then you can kind of refill it, go back and do some things. It'll go down, then refill it in an area with oxygen, and so on and so forth. Heat, cold, radiation, biohazard, those tick up. So you start at 0 and those kind of tick up, and then you start suffering damage or, you know, bad stuff happens. So you can work on those, and you can work on those in a couple different ways. Let's actually go to the character first, and it's under mutations, and you can upgrade resistances. So I've upgraded these pretty freaking good. You'll notice there's only heat, cold, radiation, biohazard. There's no anti-asphyxiation because you can only do that with gear. But I don't remember how much I pumped these up, but they're all 100%. I think in this view it completely negates what I have currently equipped in armor. So all my resistances should be flat out 100%, which is nice. Now let's go back to gear. So then in your outfits, this is where... Am I in my outfit? Yeah. Oh, I can't actually toggle through the outfit? Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I can... Oh, wow. That's something new. But here's all my outfits and all that other stuff. And typically what you set these up, and these are actually super duper freaking handy. You set these up because you get a bunch. You get 5. So you can set these up as... How I set these up in the beginning is... Number 1 was armor. Actually, I got an Excel file where I was keeping track of this for a bit. Because there's a lot to keep track of in the beginning until you kind of get all your resistances and all that stuff high enough to kind of just not care anymore. But I had armor, and then I had fire resistance. Number 3 was probably cold resistance. 4 was radiation and bio at the same time. Okay. And number 5 was my anti-asphyxiation. But as you can see, like, I don't care anymore. Because as the gear gets better, as you're able to improve your resistances, you can kind of get gear that is currently like the best gear you can get that fills the gap in a resistance that you didn't have at 100%. But clear, let's see. So if I go over to, okay, go over to 4, I got nothing. So my default, my baseline resistances for heat are 86, 75 cold, 75 radiation, 98 bio, and 0 asphyxiation, clearly, because that's not a resistance. But then if you go back to mutations and resistance, you can see that my bio, to upgrade that further, is 5 points. So it makes sense that that's sitting at 98, where the other ones are a little bit lower. But since my gear is pretty good, I'll make sure I'm actually equipped number 1 outfit. So let's go make sure I got that up. But you can see with my gear that was seriously set as just the highest armor value, all these are 100%, so I really don't need different outfits anymore. But what the different outfits allow you to do is to tailor your resistances per certain environments you're going to go to. Like, for example, let's go back to the map real quick. See if I can find one. Where's one? Okay, here we go. This looks like that is not it. I was wrong. Can I find it? I'm trying to find it. See if I can find it. Okay, so here you go. So this is an old nuclear power plant. Biohazard. You'd think radiation? No, it's biohazard. So that is, if you don't have biohazard 100%, you can only go in there for a certain amount of time before you got to go to an area that's not biohazard. Reset those bars down to 0. Go back in. It's just easier if you have those all. If you got an outfit that's 100%, doesn't matter what anything else is, as long as biohazard is 100%, you can go in here and chill in here for as long as you want. Nothing's gonna happen to you. And then you got, here you go. Here is the pink area. This is a radiation zone. So again, if you got an outfit for radiation only, you can go in here, do whatever you need to do, and get out. It's a much smaller zone, so there's a lot less going on here. This is actually only like one building and like the surrounding little area, so there's not as many things you need to do in the area. So if your radiation's not 100%, say it's 50 or whatever, you can probably tackle everything in there in one go without really needing to worry about it. In the biohazard area, this is a fairly large zone, and there's actually a ton of stuff to do in it. You'll get like zone achievements, like, hey, this particular area's got X number of this, X number of that, a couple of this, a couple of that. So you kind of want to get all of that done. If you want to get all of that done in one go, you're going to need a higher percentage of resistance. Now, this little question mark is actually, this is a little heat area, so it's red. Again, if you only got armor, or if you got one outfit that's heat, you can go in here. It starts building up, and then, bad stuff happens. You'll start. I don't think I ever took damage from it. I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember if I was taking damage or not when I was chilling here before I hit 100%. But you come in here, run around. Heat builds up, you get out, reset it, go back in. But there, it's a larger area. There's also an underground section of the area. So that kind of expands the area up. So you kind of want a high heat resistance value before you go in there. Especially if you go down underground. There's no safe zone underground to where you can reset the bar. So really bad stuff can happen to you if you don't have your resistances up. Now this area says it's a spark plant, so this is an old power plant. It's a hydroelectric power plant. You got a dam right here. It's actually pretty big and impressive dam. But this whole area is a cold zone. So again, cold resistance you want up. The outfits allow you to toggle those really well. So like I said in the beginning, when I hadn't really figured out any of this stuff, when I started figuring out the outfits, I was like, oh, that's a super neat freaking feature. It's an armor set. It's a gear set. It's a resistance set. So you can just set up your armor in such a way where, hey, this is armor. I didn't care about these percentages. This was heat because I had a bunch of gear that pretty much only had heat resistance on it. So it made sense to kind of just only single dip into heat resistance. Again with cold. Cold was actually the last one I was able to get to 100%. So I had very little gear values that just gave me cold. So I had to kind of work on and find and, you know, mix and match stuff. Number 4 was my biohazard and radiation, because I actually had a bunch of gear, pardon me, in my inventory, which gave me both radiation and biohazard. So it was really easy to get both of those values at 100% in one outfit set. And then anti-asphyxiation, again, that was very, very tailored to, you know, anti-asphyxiation. So those, you know, I had to kind of have that separate. But now I got 100% all across the board. Granted, what level am I at? I am level 37. So I've been playing this game a long time and been able to get a lot of the various gear bits over the course of the game, and was able to set up where I had, you know, one outfit that covered everything. But one thing I do like in the gear, I like how it's separated: torso, legs, so on and so forth. Grand torso, yeah. Oh, I just got my prosthetic arms. Okay, they come with nothing. But, you know, I like how they're separated. I really like the availability and the options. You can see I have a ton of stuff that I don't freaking need. Some of these you can scrap, some of them you can't, but you can see I only have the one arrow. So when you go into just the gear section, if you have all your outfits set up, you'll have multiples of these with arrows next to them, so you know they're equipped, so you know not to get rid of them. But this hood, oh, that's not terrible, but the armor's crap. But I mean, they got various things here and there, where they got, so the prosthetic arms that I got equipped, no resistances, as you can see. I got no add-ons on that. It gives me no crit chance, gives me low loot chance, no extra health, no key energy, no key energy regen, nothing. Just really high armor value. But if you go into this arc jacket, you can see it's got really crappy armor, also no add-ons. Gives me more health though, and gives me, you know, some it gives me asphyxiation resistance and radiation resistance, and it actually looks pretty cool. It's a really cool looking outfit when you think about it. That looks cool. It's a cool looking shirt. You got your gorilla jacket, you know, another cool looking shirt. Gives me heat resistance, gives me a ton of energy regen, gives me extra health, and some add-ons. Now the add-ons are nice. Let's actually go to crafting. This is where your add-ons go. My legs are also, I also have prosthetic legs, so I actually can't add anything to them. But this, actually, why is it gives me an option? Oh, that's why. So it gives me an option. So I got rid of all of my shoulders because they were all crap. All the extra shoulder stuff were just crap. So you can see here, because I actually have shoulders that you can modify, they come up. But this is a terrible shoulder, so we are actually just going to scrap that. Do I violate my rule? I will not violate my rule. So my rule is, so this is, if you go to dismantle or scrap it, I get one thing. Not really worth it. I typically try to sell those, even knowing I actually don't buy anything in the game. I've bought a couple things, but I typically don't buy anything in the game. There's really no point. Sometimes you can get some really good stuff, but you can find enough gear in the world that it makes it worth your time to not buy stuff. But typically, if you're going to scrap stuff, it only gives you one of one item. You might be better off selling it just on the off chance that there'll be something to buy. But here's my spiked pad, really good armor. but I can add an add-on. The only gripe I have with it... Do I not have any add-ons? The only gripe I have with this, with the add-ons, much more difficult to keep track of the add-ons. And it actually doesn't tell me what I currently have. No, I have to have an add-on. Because if I remove the add-on, the armor goes down, and the crit chance goes down. So I currently have an add-on, but I don't know what add-on I have. So that's actually a... Ooh, I don't need resistances and crit goes down. I'd rather have the crit. So that's actually not a bad idea. Let's see if I can find one that actually gives me crit. That's a wash and just two armor points. Well, it's actually kind of worth it, but... Now I'm only focusing on crit here. That's a wash and three armor. That's actually kind of worth it. Wait, did I miss one? No. Okay, so because I kind of want to just keep the crit up. Armor at this point, I got pretty good armor, so it's kind of a wash. Oh, I think I have good armor. I have no idea what actual good armor is, but let's go with this. We're gonna equip this one, give me some extra 3 extra points of armor, but I don't lose crit, which is what I wanted. But you can see the crafting cost costs me 1 metal, no wood, 1 plastic, no whatever that is, and 1 of the other thing. I actually have almost no idea what these are. I probably should, but I don't remember what all of them are. So we're going to equip that, and then you hit craft. Boom. Crafted. Awesome. So that is good. Now I got good armor on that. Let's check the left shoulder, what I got. That's only got 40 armor, so let's see if I can get that higher. Actually, everything was almost down, so let's actually start from the bottom and go up. So I want to keep that. Okay, guys, me 2 armor and leaves the crit where it is. 1. Ooh, that gives me a bunch, but that goes down. I don't want that. Yeah, I'm only focusing on crit and armor at the moment. But I want to keep my crit where it's at. So we got to go back down. I think that gave me, what, 2, and crit stayed the same. 1 crit? Nah. 2 and crit. So we'll keep it here. And you can see this has crafting costs of, you know, 1 wood, 1 plastic, 1 something, and 1 something. We'll go see if I can actually figure out what that is. But the crafting in this game is actually pretty good. I enjoy it. But you can see right here, you can see my gear, I got a face slot. Well, the face slot, all face slots, it seems, don't have... Yeah, actually, we're going to scrap that. We're going to go scrap a bunch of this stuff. It seems all the face slots that I've been able to find so far don't have a single add-on space. So that's why they don't show up in the crafting menu, which I actually like. Because it doesn't waste your time. Hey, you can't actually put anything on this, so there's no freaking point. Oh, actually, hold on. What do I have in that outfit? I got the twin vent mask. Okay, that's what I got. So we are going to go to the face. So as long as I don't get rid of this guy, which has got... That's only got 10 armor? I swear I have better face armor than that. Am I just misremembering? Or is that... Hold on. I thought I had it... Okay, 10's the best. I thought I had a better one, but I think I'm thinking of percentages instead. So your face, this actually is the one that gives you the best asphyxiation resistance. So maybe I'm misremembering the armor, and instead of thinking of 20 was the resistance I got. That's probably the case. So we are gonna scrap these because I don't care about any of this stuff. So that gives, hey, that gives me 4 stuff. So boom. Oh, that gives me 40, but I don't need it. So again, it gives me some good stuff. Gives me some good stuff. Gives me good stuff. Gives me some good stuff. Gives me some, oh, this is the one I'm thinking of. This one was twin filtered at 20%. It's one of the first face slots I got in the game. So we're gonna, ooh, nice. So now I only got 1. So we can go to crafting. Okay, the head. I got a good head. I have set up my character where you can't see the head when it's equipped. It's one of the options which I do really appreciate, because some of the heads are nuts. I mean, that actually looks really freaking cool. That looks freaking cool. The hat looks cool. That is interesting, but meh. I kind of like my raccoon face better. Same the duck. Okay, the duck is actually kind of funny, and the rabbit head actually looks cool, but you can see their stats are really not that good. Actually, I can just scrap these. Ooh. Oh. Oh, dismantling. Okay, so if you dismantle, it actually takes apart your add-on and gives you the base one. Like, I don't need this for anything. Yeah, we're gonna scrap this. I kind of like how it looks, so maybe I'll just keep it. I kind of like how it looks, so I'll just keep it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I screwed something up. I screwed something up. My fire went to... Did I lose armor? Why do I feel like I don't have something equipped? Yeah, that's equipped. That's equipped. That's equipped. What's going on here? Why does it feel like... Oh, okay. Okay, my armor's back up to 367, which is fine. But I seem to have lost fire resist. Now, I could go and try to scrap up that 2%. But, I have a bunch of mutations, so I'll just pump this by 10%. Call it a day. There. Now mutations, now I got 100%. Don't care. So, resistances, I think, are the most worthwhile to spend your bio points on, personally. That's just me. But you do have biogenetics. This gives you cool abilities. And you can see I barely took any. Mothmouth is frickin' amazing. It damages enemies and then turns them against each other. Kind of. If there's a bunch of enemies and you have a lot of them moth-mouthed, this takes key energy. I think I can launch 3 before I'm kind of out. But they'll go fight. However, if you get too close to a bunch of them, it kind of makes them go berserk. So if you get too close to them, they might hit you also. So you can kind of just, if there's a ton of enemies, shoot them out. They'll start going crazy, maybe attacking each other. But if you attack one that's moth-mouthed, it will clear the moth-mouth condition and it'll just straight up be your enemy again. It's fine, but if you got like 8 enemies to deal with, you throw out a couple moth mouths, because it spreads. You hit 1, it will spread to 2. I think it hits at least 2. It might actually spread to 3. I can't remember. But super useful dealing with crowds, because you can and will get overwhelmed fairly quickly, especially if there's a big baddie in there. All the little peons, all the little mob characters, the mooks, can gang up on you, or if you don't have the big guy moth-mouthed, which you can, they can start overwhelming you because there's just a lot going on. Fungi I happen to have solely because You do need it. I'm not gonna lie, you do need it. I'm gonna head to True Achievements. Oops. Have that open. I have this mainly because there was a I don't think I've logged in True Achievements with the new build. Sorry, let me get logged in here first. I'm probably gonna need my phone because it's probably gonna ask for authentication. Yep, give me a second. I say give me a second. I'm on a video, no one's actually watching this live, but why not? But let me get this sorted. Oops, that changed. Sure. Alright, so now that is sorted. I do have an email. I don't know who's emailing me. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so there was an achievement for it. That's mainly why I got it, but there's actually areas where you need it. So it's actually super useful. So I haven't done that one yet. I haven't done that one yet, which is fine. Pretty sure I have that, but I don't know why that hasn't clicked. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be getting that soon. Okay. Actually, let's open a bunch of these. Let's open a bunch of these achievements. Actually, you know what? No. I don't need to worry about that. There's some that I'm tracking, but there's also I can cover that in a second. But anyway, so fungi, you need it. Mainly open it because there's an achievement for it, but you do need it. Mucus bubble, also solely for an achievement. That's the only reason I unlocked it. Fun to use. You turn into a bubble, as you can see in the little image here. You turn into a bubble, and you run around, and people stick to it. That's pretty much it. I think you can use this in conjunction with. There's another achievement to drowning people in sludge, which I haven't done yet. I think I just need a couple more for that. I might have to move. Let's move my coffee and move my coffee here, and we'll move the water. I'm gonna put this on the floor next to me. You know, I'm gonna put both of these on the floor next to me just because they're easier to reach. So I'm getting parched because I'm talking so much. But again, I got this mainly because there was an achievement for it. It only cost a couple bio points, so it's not really a huge deal. Vile Bile. I mean, this makes an environmental thing. I just don't care. Frankly. I mean, I got 100% bio resist, so it ain't gonna hurt me. But, don't care. There's no achievement for it, so I don't really care, so it just doesn't seem really worthwhile. Rad Wisps, same thing. Doesn't necessarily seem worthwhile. Storm Hop, what's this? Okay, useful, but some of your weapons kind of have this ability anyway. Some of the weapons you can equip, so it just kind of seems redundant. And you only have four slots, so you kind of want to fill those with what's useful. Mud Punch, same thing. Again, you have some abilities that kind of do this anyway. So, turtle form, I'm not sure I understand what this form does. So basically you can slide down a hill. Okay. I honestly don't really care. There's not anything really for it. Again, some of these were achievement based, that's why I got them. But whatever. And then you have Psi powers. There's Psi shrines scattered throughout the countryside. You get those, you get Psi powers sometimes if you rescue prisoners or whatever. You can get a Psi point also. There's dark and light. As you can see, I am very much in the light category just because it seemed the world's kind of been raked over the coals pretty freaking bad, so it just kind of seems to be a good idea to go on the light side of things, light side of the force, as it were. One reason why I sided with the Myriad tribe, because they're kind of the good guys, where the Jagni tribe is more of the survival of the fittest. I know it gives you kind of a moral option to choose either or, but quite frankly, I don't necessarily see the benefit of going dark versus light. Just because you're like your standard normal playthrough, it's kind of like, I don't want to be a dick, so let's just kind of be a non-dick character. Light side. The dark side, I don't necessarily see the benefit of, the world's kind of gone to crap, to hell in a handbasket, so let's just be a dick for shits and giggles. Doesn't necessarily make sense. Maybe I'll play through it again and play dark. I don't freaking know. There doesn't really seem to be any kind of achievements tied to dark and light. So that's kind of how, when there's games with like a moral compass, if there's achievements for, one for the light side, one for the dark side, okay, it'd probably be worthwhile to do like another playthrough. But it really doesn't seem to affect the gameplay, as far as I'm aware, so much that, you can probably, the game is, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. So, but it seems you can do pretty much everything in the game doing the light side. So it's kind of like, if I can do everything in the game, maybe there's not as much replay value, or maybe I just haven't found it yet. So some of your psi powers are tied to light or dark, some aren't. So Blaze is super handy. It's a dash. And if an enemy's coming at you with an attack that's gonna freaking hit, you can dash and dodge. It's a way to dodge, does some damage, throws a heat ticker on them, so maybe they'll get some damage over time. Kind of nice. Blink, also super nice. Same freaking thing. You can actually hit people with Blink? Am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. I didn't realize you could actually freaking hit people with Blink. I'm an abject moron. I had Blink and Blaze both set at a certain time. I did not realize. I've never actually used it to knock people around. What the actual crap? I'm an abject idiot. Let's select that and frickin' key that in, because I could use that for the mud achievement. I'm an idiot. I had no freaking clue. Holy moly, learning something. Freeze is actually cool. It takes a bit to cast, so I don't think you can be interrupted when you're doing a psi ability, but they can put the hurt on you. You do slowly regenerate health outside of combat. One of the abilities your Grasshopper Automaton has is you get, I think when you unlock it, you can unlock in-battle regen, which is like 40% of your out-of-battle regen, or out-of-combat regen. It's not nothing, but out-of-combat regen is actually pretty slow in of itself, so not getting hit is always good. Kind of nice. It does do quite a bit of damage in quite a big area, but again, if you go up against 4 guys that are right next to you, as the little demo shows, they can put a decent hurt on you before you get this off. They can hit you a couple times. Levitate I got. I'm not 100% sure why. I think I accidentally clicked on it. Maybe. I've actually not done any of this other stuff with it, but it could be in handy. There might be some hard to reach places this come in handy too, so maybe I'll do it. And maybe I'll try it out. I don't actually have that currently set up, but I'm not sure why I got it. I think I accidentally selected it, to be honest. Key Spark. This is Force Lightning. There is an achievement attached to it, and this ability is actually awesome. This ability is frickin' awesome. Granted, the achievement is defeat enemies. I can't remember how many, but defeat enemies with the Key Spark. But this actually does quite a bit of damage. And I think it actually was fairly expensive. I think it was 20 psi points. So a fairly expensive ability. I don't recall if it was connected to light or dark or not. but there you have it. But this is a super powerful ability, definitely worthwhile to have. You can activate it, eats through your freaking key energy really quickly, but it does a lot of damage, and it branches off. So it's not like you're just zapping one. If they're clumped together, you're gonna hit more than one at a time. Does really good damage, so definitely worthwhile gabbing. Sizzle Ball. Okay, so basically you're doing Hadoukens. You're throwing fireballs at people. That looks actually pretty freaking fast too, and you can charge it. Okay, but you need Dark Aura. I think Key Spark you might have needed Good Aura. I don't know why you need Good Aura to do Force Lightning, which is which is a Sith ability in Star Wars, but whatever. Super good. Sizzle Ball, I didn't go dark, so I'm not getting it. Telekinesis, also dark. Not gonna get it because I'm worried about focusing on good. But this is actually very helpful for a different achievement. Throwing people into sludge, drowning them in sludge. This is a super useful ability for that achievement. Other ways to get that achievement, but again, Dark Aura needed. Not my bag, not my cup of tea. Sky Spark. Holy crap. Can only be used when outside of combat. Interesting. Okay, so this is a way to initiate combat, basically dropping a nuke on people to initiate combat. Super useful if there's a clump of them. However, combat can be triggered when you're fairly far away. So this might not be super useful, or maybe you just gotta make better use of your surroundings and environment to stay out of combat, so you can drop a nuke on people and then jump in and do start combat. Again, a lot of Dark Aura needed. This ability looks super cool actually, but I went light. Speaking of that, you can see I'm 4 dark, 114 light. If you're just not a dick in the game, you pretty much get light. However, there's some psi shrines scattered throughout the world that just gives you a straight up psi point. There's other psi points you can get by visiting graveyards and stuff like that. That's how I think I got 3 out of my 4 dark points, maybe 2. Where I just visited one, you pray to it, you get a psi point, and it gives you an aura point, light or dark. It's kind of hard to differentiate between the two when you're in it. So I know for a fact I definitely got 2 dark aura points visiting, just basically, praying at a grave or a graveyard marker. Not a huge deal. Doesn't really seem to impact the story much at all. I still got way more light than I do dark, so kind of a wash. And looking through the achievements, there doesn't seem to be a achievement tied to being only light or dark. Now, I've mentioned a ton of achievements going through this stuff. That's kind of how I play some games. I enjoy the crap out of the game. It's a lot of fun, but I also kind of am achievement hunting at the same time. So if I can find a game that's fun, that's got some cool achievements, awesome. But what I do try to find is there a bunch of achievements tied to certain things? And they're really, in this one, there's an achievement tied to Key Spark. It's tied to, I think Sky Spark is 30 Dark Aura. I want to say Key Spark, I want to say was 30 Light. But definitely an ability worth having. So you can kind of look at that. You look at what achievements there are, what they're available. It kind of dictates your playthrough a little bit. In some games, the moral ambiguity is a little bit more differentiated. Not moral ambiguity, differentiated. The moral compass is a lot more differentiated, so there's clear benefits to going light or dark. But in this case, if you look at the achievements, there's only really an achievement tied to light, because Key Spark, I think, was 30 psi points, and it was light based. So there you have it. Definitely a worthwhile ability to have regardless. Other than that, there's not a whole lot I've really encountered about aura and what does what. So I haven't really noticed a lot of dialogue differences when I went crazy light. You do run into some people and they're like, oh, like your reputation does precede you a bit when you run into random NPCs, certain NPCs. They're like, oh, you're a nice guy, blah, 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 blah. Yes, okay, I've gone light. However, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difference between the two. Character, again, here's your upgrade points. You level up, you can get vitality, strength, intellect, agility, charisma, luck. There is an achievement tied to getting 2 of these stats above 100. And I went with agility because move speed is super useful. Kind of makes mounts worthless, except your water mount is 100% needed. You lose key energy if you're in water, and if it goes down to 0, you drown and die. Terrible way to find out that happens. And in deep water, in certain waters, it goes down faster than others. So, yeah, you have to have your water mount. And if you try to jump to kind of avoid being in water, yeah, that takes your energy down too. So you can actually drown faster if you're not careful. The mech mount is only available in the dead zone. And is actually super powerful. You got guns and melee on there, and they do a ton of damage. Outside of that, it doesn't give you any asphyxiation resistance. So, other than being able to just lay waste to a bunch of mooks, you know, not the most useful. It can drain muck or sludge, so it actually is useful in that regard. So it gives you access to certain little areas, but asphyxiation related resistance wise, no benefit to being in the mech, in the mount versus not. If you got 100% asphyxiation, if you got 50% asphyxiation, it's the same in or outside the mech or the mount. But it does unlock certain areas. It can suck some sludge, and it does a lot of damage. So it's actually kind of useful. So, based on that though, but intellect is the other one that I prioritized getting over 100 because there's puzzles in this game. Intellect dictates how many moves you can make before you're out of moves. By default, I think you get 10 moves to solve a puzzle. A lot of the puzzles are redundant, some of them aren't. There's actually a decent variety of puzzles. And they're all basically just move this to line up certain things. But I personally feel that there's enough variety that it's not boring. I mean, you'll run into turn 3 knobs to line them up. It's a very easy one. Those are pretty much the ones you run into in the beginning of the game. You can pretty much always solve those, and they're not difficult. The most difficult ones I have found are the piano ones, solely because there's actually like 5 of them that you have to move, and you can run out of moves really, really quickly. So you actually have to pay a lot more attention. It's not just some of the knob switches you can literally do blind or blindfolded. Some of the piano ones you actually have to think about it a little bit, how many moves it's going to take you to line up some of the notes. And that's why I had to get my intellect so high, because even pumping that to 100 was not enough. I had to keep that going well past 100 so I could even solve the first piano one I found, which was in that radiation zone I showed you earlier. So outside of that, I mean, strength is pretty much straight up. Vitality is life. It shows armor on there, but it doesn't give you armor. As far as I have found, it doesn't give you armor. You can see the yellow areas. That is stuff given to you by gear. So I have a little bit of health by gear, and I got a crap ton of armor by gear. But I have not seen the armor bar go up when vitality is available to bump up. Strength is just straight up melee damage. Int, you know, you got your energy regen, which is key energy. So it should just say key regen, but it's fine. You get I got a tiny smidge of that from gear. Agility is move speed, very helpful, makes you super fast in combat and outside of combat. Charisma, pretty much when you run into a town, when you free an outpost or convert an outpost to your side of your tribe, from what I found, there's always one person though that has a secret that doesn't necessarily want to share it with you, and you have options to get them to share it with you, but there's risks. You can basically brute force them, but there's a risk. Like and it tells you, you know, how successful you're going to be. Like you'll have a bar. I think it sets 50%. It's kind of default. If you go, hey, like I'm going to punch you in the face if you don't, they'll be a little bit low, and you'll have a minus. That if you fail, because it's kind of random, if you fail, you will lose a point in whatever it says you will lose. So getting charisma bumped up kind of helps with that a little bit. Well, actually, I don't think it helps with that a little bit. I think it's a little bit more substantial than a little. Charisma, another thing with charisma gives you barter. So it just gives you better deals when you sell or buy stuff. Kind of a wash, because you can easily get money just selling gear that you don't use. Kind of a wash, because you will find really good gear throughout the game, so you don't really need to go buy anything. And luck. Luck is crit and loot chance. Loot chance is just, you know, you're going to find cases and all that stuff throughout the game. Little areas where you can dig up some gear. Again, the really good loot's going to be, you're pretty much going to find it, because, you know, there's certain areas where it's like, hey, the best melee weapon, the best ranged weapon kind of thing. And those are really, really good. But your crit chance, I think, is where luck comes in, because when crit hits, it hits really nicely. So if you get a crit, it does a lot of damage. So pretty freaking useful. You got your Wufu, which I like. You have to do Wufu. There'll be. Let's look at your unarmed combat. Straight up punch, straight up punch, straight up, straight up. But then you got your unspeakable hand, XXY. Now it looks cool. You can see in the demo thing, it looks cool. That fills you one super Wufu icon. You need to hit 3 of those to unlock Super Wufu. Which you just go ham. You go ham for a little bit of time. You can't get attacked into it, and you can end up doing quite a bit of freaking damage. It's actually pretty cool. But you have to do two different abilities that give you Super Wufu points to unlock them. Because you got to do one. Say you do the Unspeakable Hand unlocks one. You can't do Unspeakable Hand again to unlock the second one. You have to do a different thing. So maybe you do Blow Noose. So that fills it up. So you do Unspeakable Hand, you do Blow Noose, and then you do Unspeakable Hand again. Boom, you got your 3 Super Wufu points. Now you can lock Wufu. Very handy. Wufu comes in hand if you're trying to knock people into sludge, because you do a whole bunch of like melee attacks with it, and then you'll after X number of melee attacks, I can't remember how many, it knocks them back. Super useful for certain abilities, or if you just want to knock people away. And then you can go to another one. You can usually get in the beginning of the game, you can usually get 2 of those off before your Super Wu time ends. Also in Super Wufu, you have unlimited ammo, which is actually pretty freaking nice. Super Wufu's actually really nice in the game, especially if you're outnumbered. If you can unlock it pretty quickly, you can access it and do a big hurt on a lot of enemies. Maybe knock some of them out to kind of, even the odds. Super helpful. But you got to unlock these. As you can see, I've unlocked a lot of them. There are 2 achievements tied to this. Unlocking all of the combat, the melee combat Wufu, and unlocking all of the ranged combat Wufu. Some of these you just get, I think a Jagni tribe staff is a tribe-specific weapon, which there's again an achievement for that. You need 3 of them, which is just defeat 3 I think, no. You have to defeat 2 rival tribes. Because once you've earned enough rep with the tribe you joined, they'll give you their tribe-specific weapon. And then when you defeat your first rival tribe, for me was the Jagni, you get the tribe staff, which is actually a really powerful weapon. But you get all of their abilities unlocked right off the bat, so you don't have to unlock all of these. It's basic melee you also automatically get, and basic range you automatically already get. Maneuvers, I think you get all of those automatically, and your super woo you get all these too. So super helpful. But yeah, so I haven't done range combat. I haven't filled all of those out. I got my dual guns, which is an ability you have to unlock in order to basically dual wield. But rifles, I've unlocked that. Automatic, I've unlocked that. Shotgun, I still have 2 in shotgun I got to unlock. And the boomerang I got unlocked. So basically the shotguns, I have to level up twice. And then I get that achievement. Super useful. Shotguns, I haven't really found them to be super useful. Because as you can see, it's a 2-hander. Automatic rifles are actually really handy. Because you just go ham. It's actually pretty fast. And rifles I actually found are actually pretty freaking handy. Because they do a lot of damage, and their range is really, really good. I personally like dual wielding guns, just because more my style. And with dual wielding guns, you can get, say, cold damage on it and heat damage on it, so you can kind of get some damage over time tickers on your enemies too, so super useful. And then that comes with perks. So these take upgrade points. Perks also take upgrade points. And one of them, I think it's adrenaline. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not automaton. Very useful. Clip tech, very useful. No point whatsoever my point at Mount Mania. I rarely ride a mount outside of water and the dead zone. That actually probably would be super useful to utilize because, especially if you're doing your Force Lightning stuff, your Key Spark, whatever it's called, you can burn through Key pretty quick. Plating is actually would be super nice. I'm probably going to go for that at a certain point. Super useful in your Wufu, because regardless of what melee weapons you have, when you activate Wufu, Super Wufu, you don't use your melee weapons. You just start wailing on with your fist. It's super fisticuffs. So this would actually be super helpful. That's actually probably helpful at some point in time because I just unlocked that ability with the automaton. There's 4 abilities with that. That would be super useful. However, when you're shooting your guns, there's a certain ammo you get down to between like 3 and 5 or whatever, where if you reload during that time, your weapon gauge will be red. It's an instant reload. So in all intents and purposes, you have infinite ammo. Well, you have infinite ammo regardless, but you have infinite ammo that you can just keep shooting, you know, without worrying about it. Sometimes, however, you do forget to reload during that it's a small window during your, and if you're dual wielding, your bullets go down that much quicker. So during that small window, if you forget, reloading can be a pain, especially if your clip size is big, because it's not reload half of your current clip. You have to reload all of your clip. So this would be helpful at some point in time. That would be helpful to just increase their attack speed. Always helpful. Also super helpful whetstone on that. Also super helpful. That's also super helpful. Yeah, so super freaking helpful. So these are also good. These are general. Everyone gets them. So I am a Deadeye, which is more of a dual wielder. So quick load is nice. Again, nice. Gunslinger, dual wield 20, nice. Sniper, nice. Sharpshooter, nice. But again, sharpshooter, two-handed guns inflict 25% more damage. That's everything except a gun. That's your automatic rifles, that's your shotguns, and that's your rifles. All of those are dual wielders. So helpful in the get-go, but I'm a dual wielder, so not necessarily needed. As far as I can tell, no achievements tied to those at all. So, get them or don't get them. You're much better off upgrading these first, especially if you're going achievement hunting. So that's kind of that. I mean, you got your transport and all that stuff. Woofu perks, your gear, your automaton is this little guy. You got some functions, and these unlock at certain parts in the game. You'll have a character just randomly standing there, and it's a mirage. It says catch the mirage. It's a side quest. You go do that. You fight one of your childhood bullies. Win or lose, you unlock these abilities. There is an achievement tied for it, as far as I can see. You will get these regardless. However, there are 4 of them. There's 4 mirages. So, flashlight you get off the bat. You just have that. Sits on your shoulder. If you go, you can see in the demo, in caves and all that stuff, your light goes down. He pops out on your shoulder, helps you out. Super useful. But in the mirages, win or lose, you get these. The first mirage fight of your childhood bully, it's medium difficulty. You just gotta dodge a lot, but it's, there's more than a 50% chance that even if you're quasi decent at the game, you'll win. You only get fisticuffs and it's only unarmed. So maybe unlocking some abilities that increase your unarmed damage is better early on in the game. And then unlock anything you want. The glider, far and wide the most useful. The second mirage you come across, you fight a different one of your childhood bullies. Not the main bully, but his henchman. A little bit more of a difficult fight, so you got to make sure you dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge. But if you're quasi proficient, you should be able to eke out a win. You won't get any benefits of any of your armor or any of your gear. It's only fisticuffs, and you won't regen health just by simply staying, dodge, dip, duck, diving, and dodging. You won't regen health like you can in the main part of the game with your health regen in combat ability unlocked. That, you just kind of dodge around and your health will slowly tick up. In these Mirage battles, that will not happen. Turret's actually probably the most useful out of the other ones to unlock, because your automaton jumps down and starts shooting stuff for you, so it's extra damage. Boost, never once used, which I did glider first. I think I did health injector second, never used. Turret was actually the last one I got, and boost, never used. Health injector, it still says it automatically will heal you in combat if your health gets low. As far as I know, not true. You still have to make sure you heal yourself. It could be I haven't set it up to automatically heal, a possibility, but I still have to kind of manually do it. It is quick, so I don't have to really worry about, oh, no, hold on. When you're low in health, there's a heal function. You go down and then you can a wheel pops up and you kind of scroll to one side or the other to heal yourself X number about. However, with the health injector, it's just on top, so you don't have to worry about it. You just go up, boom, heals you. Done. So that does help. I have used it. It is helpful. I've never used the boost. But again, to unlock the last two, the third Mirage, you fight your main bully. And there's probably a 10 to 20% chance that you can win. If you're really good at this game, dodging and all that other stuff, you can probably win. They hit like a bread truck, or I should say a freight train. Bread truck, different metaphor. They hit really freaking hard. They unleash combinations of attacks that you gotta dodge a lot. I think they launched 3 attacks. They're melee. They got a big old staff. They hit like a truck. I think they do combo ones, so you can't dodge once and then start hitting them. You have to dodge 2-3 times, get a couple hits in, and then back away and dodge again. Because if you try to continue your combo, they're going to interrupt you and hit you and then initiate their combo. So it's very, very difficult. The second bully, I'm remembering now, has guns. That's why it's a little bit more harder than the first one that will just straight up fisticuff you. So you gotta kind of have to constantly be dodging, rolling, dipped up, diving and dodging to get close to him. Punch, 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 punch. He'll dodge away. You gotta dodge for him. Punch, 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 because you don't have ranged. So you gotta close that gap. Punch, punch, punch before they whittle you down with their guns. The third fight's bullshit. It's all three of them. You got the shooty guy. Not super much to worry about. You got the first fisticuff guy, again, not super much to worry about. And then you got your main bully with the staff that will, I think, take all of your health away in 4 hits. You have all of that happening at the same time. I think it's geared that you have to lose the fight. I'm virtually certain it's geared specifically for you to lose the fight. Not a huge deal. You get the thing at the end anyway. So 6-1, half of the other. So you win, you lose. You unlock your automaton ability, which is nice. If it was geared to winning, the game would probably cause a lot of rage quits, because that last fight, I think the third fight for me is impossible. I tried it once, lost badly. I think I hit him 3-4 times. And you're barely whittling damage before he beat the living crap out of me. And then, like, no, I'm gonna restart fight, because I happened to save, like, shortly before I found the Mirage. Maybe a couple minutes before I found the Mirage. Mirage is not in the same spot. So if the Mirage pops, you quick save. There's only save. It's very quick, so that's why I call it quick save. You save, you do the Mirage, you lose, you reload, Mirage ain't there. So be careful with that. But again, win or lose, you get the ability. But yeah, he beat the living crap out of me. But then the fourth and final Mirage, dude, it was over within 20 seconds. They wailed on me, and I'm like, alright, I think I hit one of them twice. I think I hit the weak melee dude maybe 2-3 times before I just got wailed on so bad that I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna take the loss, because it was bad. It was bad. So yeah, that was that. Yeah. So that's kind of a rundown. Appearance, I haven't. Oh, holy bejesus! Oh, maybe. I like this guy. We're gonna keep that guy. This is your default one. This guy looks way cool. He's got a mustache and everything. Look at that. Mustache of power. A little creepy mutant frog thing. No, thank you. I think I unlocked these. I don't know when I unlocked them, but I think I did. I'm not sure when or where. I didn't know these existed, to be honest, until now. So yeah, no, I like that. So yeah, let's go for that. But again, by default, you know, I like, again, to kind of wrap up this kind of crash course in the beginning. I like that a lot of the side quests are kind of almost all laid out for you right off the get-go. So I really like it, so you can kind of do one by one. You can only have one quest locked in the beginning, one quest tracked at a time. But again, if you go to the world map and you have a couple in a row, just basically boom, boom, boom. You can crank out a bunch of them. And some people might complain that there's just too many side quests. I don't care. I have a lot of fun doing these quests. You look at the world and it is stunning. The world is absolutely freaking gorgeous. So just running around the world is a lot of fun. And here's my glider. Like I said, the most useful ability period in the game. You'll see that the Yerp fields, some of the names for some of the stuff is really comically dumb, but overall not terrible. These are just like junk piles. They give you resources that you need for crafting and scrapping. I'll cover crafting later. I don't care to at the moment. That is a little... Nope, wrong button. Wrong button. Okay, got it. There are certain things you can catch in the game that open achievements. No real reason other than that, other than achievements. Some of them, like there's little fox squirrel things that you can... Like this guy. Boom! Got him. So, this is your main source of light, dark aura. You can keep creature. I think that's just neutral. Pet and keep creature gives you a light aura. Kill creature gives you kill aura. One gripe here. You need 20 of them. They're all over the place. You hear that noise randomly. There's one around. So that's your sign that one's around. They're really easy to spot. You just go catch them. You get a net, I think, story-wise, very early in the game. You hit Y, I was hitting X. You can't kill them by accident, so there's no worry there. A gripe I have. I select pet and keep creature. There's a cutscene. What's wrong with this cutscene? Yes, you can't see yourself petting the cute little creature, so that's kind of annoying. Alright, so here we go. Shaftaloo. You see these area objectives. That's what I was talking about earlier. So like in the biohazard area, there's a ton of those hazards. So it's cool that these pop up, and you can look, and you'll see this town. See how it's Shaftaloo and the name's grayed out. But then if I go over here to Hoofer, Hoofer, it's green with a check mark. That means you've done all the area objectives. I super freaking love that. Not only this, but I got a clothes soaker. Oh, I got all the crows already, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, this is a big baddie. Oh, helpful to let you know what's going on in here. So, this is a big baddie. As you can see, he's got a big health bar in the middle. So that means he's a big baddie. So I moth-mouthed him, so he won't attack me while the effect is active. So it's a super handy way to just get him kind of out of the fight. But you'll notice all my abilities do 0 to him. He is massively armored. None of my guns have armor piercing, as far as I remember. So I literally will do 0 damage to him with my weapons. However, that does damage. But you can also see it takes him out of crazy land. But Moth-mouthed also does damage. Only does initial damage, does not do damage over time. Which would actually, now that I think about it, if I freaking if I, puked biohazard all over the thing, I could actually be damaging him over time. Not a huge deal. It doesn't really... Oh, see, he hit me pretty good. But you can So I just did... So I did my beetle shot. Oh, this is gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. Let's moth-mouth him. But you can see my melee weapons. My melee weapons do quite a bit of damage. And that was one of your Super Woo point abilities. Does a lot of damage at the end. This heals you. That's all it's useful for. But now that he is gone... Nope, there's more baddies. So there's more baddies. What? Okay. No one? Okay, Super Woofu. Boom! Here's your Super Woofu. As you can see, I'm pretty much uninterruptible as I just wail on these guys. And you can see I have a lot of extra ammo. But you can see I'm still hurt from the previous encounter. So I knocked him down and I just healed a lot. So, yeah. So there you go. There was a decent fight. Automaton's still fighting. Some random gear. Yeah, nothing and nothing. So yeah, some random gear dropped sometime.
Night is the time to take care of business.
Absolutely hate the automaton when they do that. But you're out and about, it's nighttime. There's quite literally no difference whatsoever day and night in regards to that. But these random areas do have random... Did I get it? I got it. Okay, didn't realize I got it. No difference day or night. The automaton does not have the flashlight. That's only for inside areas, not outside areas. Alright, nothing here. Okay, here's something. What's this? Okay, it's open from the side. I don't know why I had to go that way. Anything in here? No. So, like I said, this area's got Helpless Soul, Resources, Super Loots, Old World Gadget, and Underground Area. So it's got a lot of stuff. So here's the Helpless Soul. There's a lot of these, and they give you... it's a good source of light or dark aura. So let's do this.
This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead.
Okay, so this is...
Has heard that you have a sense of compassion.
Yeah, I don't care.
So I have to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience.
Yeah.
It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions.
Yeah. So this is one of the things, this is one of the gripes. I've read some reviews on the game. Every NPC you encounter speaks in gibberish. Some of it's annoying, some of it's actually pretty cute, some of it's very fun. Like, oh, no, whatever. And the automaton translates for you, which I don't necessarily have a problem with. However, the automaton's voice is boring as all get out. It really freaking is. I like a lot of the NPCs' voices. They're cute. I just wish there was another way to, instead of automaton translating in their voice, I would prefer if it translated in the NPC's voice. Like if they're like, ah, blah, 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 and the automaton translates, oh my god, like I really like you, you're really nice. That would be more interesting to me than the automaton's kind of boring voice. But again, I'll help them out.
Is grateful you chose
yes.
that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
And I'll get a light point for it. There's a cutscene, which you can skip, but it's very short, and I get a light point, and you get a psi point. Super nice. But then you'll see the Helpless Soul gets grayed out, so you know you've done that. So I only got a few more things to do in this area, but I desperately need to hit the restroom, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'm gonna mute a couple things, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, and I'm back. Got me some extra coffee too. So yeah, so I was able to I didn't even pause the game. If you pause the game, no one's really gonna mess with you. You will hear background music, but no enemies will come. So these enemies that spawned here are kind of a one and done thing, which is kind of nice. When you clear an area, you know you're not just gonna randomly get caught in a respawn if you spend too much time here. So we have... Okay, we got some resource totems, which I showed you. I killed one, I destroyed one of those earlier. So that's kind of like in this, the general vicinity is a couple resource totems. It's actually kind of a wide area. It's wider than you think. It's not just this little dirt area here. It could actually branch out to here. It could be up here. It's a little bit wider area. The superb loot is usually in the smaller area, and the underground area is naturally the underground area. So here is a superb loot. You can tell because of the glowing yellow. Nice giveaway, a nice visual indicator of that you're going to get some decent loot. It might be crap, but it's higher quality crap. There you go. So superb loot went up a tick. And you can see this is a head. It's Gorf Bucket. Some of the names for the gear are fun. Some of them are really stupid. Sorry, I grabbed a different drink too because I ran a 10K race yesterday, and I'm feeling a little lightheaded at the moment. I did have a little bit of breakfast, but it's gearing up towards lunchtime, so it's probably a good indicator that I probably should wrap up this brief intro to the game. I say brief, but yeah, it's been an hour and a half, so that's my brief intro to a game I've been playing for quite a while. So there's a lot to this game. Let's not sell it short. There's a lot to this game. There's a lot to like. I personally think there's a lot to like about this game and very little to not like. Some gripes I said, like your fast travel, your waypoints you find, you pee on them, you mark your territory. I don't care for that. I think it's stupid. The automaton's voice gets annoying quickly. Some of the loots are just flat out dumb. There's a wide, massive variety of loots though. It's ridiculous, and there's no inventory limit, so that's actually really freaking nice. There's no inventory limit, so you can just collect all of this stuff, which is helpful when you go and deal with setting up your different outfits. There's no limit to how much you can carry, so you can literally have hundreds of different pieces of gear here and there, and pick and choose piecemeal which gear is going to make your outfit for heat, cold, resist, what have you. So that's super nice. But once you get set up, and say you have an Excel like I did, I don't need it now because I got 100% on everything in one set of armor, and it's my better armor outfit set. So you can keep a list of what you have and what bonuses you got, because it's really hard otherwise. Because what you have here, you'll see that I didn't go over this when I was talking about the gear, but you'll see that your armor goes down, and you see that your health goes down. Yeah, sure. I'm hoping my sports water might help with the little bit of lightheadedness I'm having right now. And I just need to go eat. I need to go eat lunch. But you'll see your add-ons, there's no change because that actually toggles if it's you know, it's got 2, so my current head armor's got 2. You'll see a type. I don't know why it says type there, because that's pretty irrelevant, because the type is in the upper left where it says head, because type is always just a blank bar. As far as I know, I've never encountered it where it's a different type outside of weapons and yeah, melee weapons, ranged weapons. So that's what I was going to say. Weapons and ranged weapons is what I was going to say, but weapons kind of covers all that. You'll see that the health goes down, and you'll see that the energy regen goes up. I had an outfit that had ridiculously high energy regen. That regen bar was all the way green. Sorry, I misspoke. This is not energy regen, this is just more key energy. Apologies. But energy regen is underneath key energy, so health goes down. There's no numeric value to how much that goes down, so that's kind of annoying. Like, that bar doesn't mean anything to me, really. The key energy going up also, again, doesn't mean anything to me. I think they should have, like the armor does, it goes from 42 to 24. And the 24 number's in red, so you know, okay, I'm losing armor. It's an eye catcher right there. Green for good, green for going up, red for going down. Your health goes down, you know this. There should be an indicator on the side of that bar how much it's going down. Personal opinion. Key energy, same thing. Green, it's going up. How much? I don't know. And then energy regen, how much? I don't know. And as I was saying before I realized I had those values switched, is energy regen. I had an outfit, I can't remember which one, a while ago, that had really good energy regen. Pardon me. I did not notice a difference. Your energy when you're not using it fills up pretty quickly anyway. Your crit goes down again. A yellow arrow. Yellow. Wow, am I colorblind all of a sudden? A red arrow indicating going down, and clearly is 0% from 6. So that tells me, oh, it's going down. I like the visual indicator, the numerical indicator of what's changing. Health, key energy, and energy regen, they should have numerical values associated with the increase-decrease. Now here's another gripe. You see heat's 18%, radiation's 18%, bio's 18%, and asphyxiation 6% for the resistances. I don't know what my current head gives me in this current screen. There's space below. There should be up arrows, down arrows to tell me 18 from, you know. So say it's 18, but my current head's 24. So it should have 18, and then a red arrow pointing up, indicating this piece is lower, and then what I currently have. Your current value should be below that. Just a small gripe. It's easy. You go one screen away and you can find out what it is, so it's not terrible. But it would be nice to know it'd be nice to have all the information in one screen. It just kind of would. Again, small gripe because you can easily find it elsewhere, or if you have an Excel sheet like I did, because anytime there's a game where you can mix match and stuff to kind of get armor values to here, resistance values to here, I'm gonna have an Excel sheet. It's just how my brain works. And on that sheet I have, hey, outfit 1, here's all my items, here's my current resistance values, so I can easily deduce what's what. And I have it split up by here's my head, here's my chest, here's my legs, so on and so forth, and what values those give me, so I can kind of look at, hey, what does my head give me? Hey, it gives me 4 fire. Granted, I know in the game it's called heat. I designated fire in my Excel. I should actually try to fix that. I probably will at some point in time, but it's for the most part fine. Oh no, because I have oh, it's not asphyxiation, apologies. It's hypoxia. Wow. Yeah. Hypoxia is being deprived of oxygen. Asphyxiation is when you're getting choked. It's a physical thing happening to you where you're getting... Shit, is it choked? Yeah, choked asphyxiates you because it blocks off your airway. Strangle, I think, is cutting off blood flow. Could I have those reversed? I can't remember, but sorry, it's hypoxia. I keep calling it asphyxiation this entire time. That's because my grasp of the English language sometimes is very lacking. But yeah, so sorry, hypoxia. Hypoxia is your environment not having enough oxygen to sustain you. It's a low oxygen environment, so it's hypoxic. So apologies. I don't think you care. You're just gonna be like, if I ever get any comments on this, which I don't know if I ever will, they might say, it's not hypoxia, it's not, Oh my gosh, it's not asphyxiation, it's hypoxia. Yes, I know. Sorry. I misremembered or misread or whatever. Just got my words confused, or as it probably happens, I forgot what hypoxia was. But yeah, that's an H. So heat's also an H. I can't have both designated as H, so heat is fire. So, but my current head, that was a long tangent, apologies. My current head only gives me 4 fire resist, gives me 18. Don't really care, because I got hundos across the board. So what we're actually going to do with this is we are just going to scrap it. And I get good resources from scrapping. This is a muzzle. These I don't have. I mean, if I hit scrap, granted, if you hit scrap, you always have to confirm, which I do really like. Love that ability, so you can't, and by default it's no. So you can't accidentally scrap something. Because you actually have to arrow over, say, yes, I want to scrap. By default is no. So that's super freaking nice. That you can't accidentally scrap something that you didn't want to scrap. Actually, while I'm on this thing, let's actually find... is it crafting? Inventory. Maybe it's inventory I can find this? No. Quest items are all separate. I do really like that. Keys are just for different buildings you have found. Why is this? This is a key. Oh, it's a... Is this a weapon? What the hell? What? Am I just an idiot and not knowing that these are freaking melee weapons? They all do the same thing, though. Anyway, keys to certain buildings, you have to have the keys to unlock certain areas. Like there might be a bunker or an underground storage vault, something like that. Miscellaneous is literally tin cans or... Oh, sorry. Miscellaneous or pips. Ah. Pips are how you get different mounts. You gotta pick up a pit, feed them, then you can get a different variety of a mount. Kind of nice. Gear bits. Kind of fine. Ranged base parts. This is just the base. And then you get your ranged parts. This is everything else on your gun. Melee bases. So just the base. Just basically the hand. Is it a two-handed slash? Is it a one-handed slash? And then the parts to go with it to build out the gun. The gun in this part, the melee. And tools. You get 2 tools. Like the net you get, when actually technically speaking, you get 3 tools. The net you get like right in the beginning of the game. It's where you can catch all these pets to unlock achievements, to build up your light dark points, aura points, and then you get a crowbar, which helps you certain doors you got a crowbar open. Then there are certain doors or connexes, cargo boxes from like semi-trucks and stuff. They're called connexes, just in case you didn't know. That you can't open with the base level 1 crowbar. You got to get a level 2 crowbar, which I do have. There's a side quest to unlock that. However, if you go to hold on, is it a melee base? That's a part. No, but there's a different tool. Let's open this up, and it's it's the old world clonk fist. I didn't mean to do that. Dang it! Where's my stuff? No, I want my one-handed remedy, and then I want my one-handed bio. Okay, so it's clonk fist. It's a tool, but doesn't come up in a tool. Well, that's actually cool. Like the oil. It's got the oil marks from water. Okay, interesting. Another superb loot. This is a one-handed slash? This looks like a crush to me. Alright, well, I'll keep it because I don't know. So I like that. But anyway, that was... Yeah, I don't... is there a freaking way? Wrong one. Gear. Is it under the craft menu? No, I don't want to do that. Let's craft a torso. Oh, hold on. Am I crafting? What am I doing? Crafting. Ah, you cannot craft. That's what it is. You cannot craft armor. You cannot craft armor from scratch. Period. What you can do is you can craft new melee and new ranged. So if you do this, it then basically breaks out all your different things. Here's all your base ones. Here's only your one-handed slashes. Here's only your two-handed slashes. And here's your two-handed crushes. That's just going to basically be like mallets that you punch people.
You could make something amazing.
I could. And here on, so is there no way to find out what the scrap? Okay, no, there's not. I'm gonna have to find some scrap in order to actually find out what it is. I just don't remember what they are, but you can see I got a ton of it. I think it caps at 99. You can have more than that. Like I had 99, 99. I added that add-on, which took a couple, took one from each. They were still 99, so that's just the number cap. And I know the second one is wood, and I know the third one is plastic. It looks like a plastic bottle. Oh, okay. The ring is rubber. I do remember that. So you got wood, plastic, rubber. Those are the three middle ones. I want to say the last one that actually kind of looks like a little circuit chip, I want to say is some kind of bio waste. I'm not sure if it's called bio waste or not. And then the first one that looks like a gear is metal waste, or metal or gear bits. I'm not 100% sure what they're called. I just can't remember. But it caps at 99. Again, you scrap stuff. You can't scrap accidentally, so there's no real threat there or worry there. So that's actually kind of nice.
Your fingers are starting to wrinkle.
Yeah, those are the Tauntaun comments that I just don't, I find annoying. Alright, so I'm looking up because some of these buildings have a second story. And sometimes you can find gear on the second story. But this... What is this? I don't know what that is. I'll keep and pet the creature. Another complaint I have. Another light. I will interact with you. I'll catch you too. These literally show up nowhere in your inventory whatsoever. So I could have hundreds of these. No idea. They just go into your inventory. You keep them. I don't know where they go. They're in your inventory. You can never see them. The only thing you can do is if there's an achievement for catching these specific critters. When the achievement pops, you know you got as many of them as you need. And like crows, the birds that fly around, there will be a flock of them. You can hear them. Actually, and if you run towards them, it will get louder. So it's actually a nice indicator they did well in that you know what's what. There might be a crowd of like 4 or 5 of them, and they'll fly off all except one. So you can always catch one. Keep in mind, you can only ever catch one. But it's nice that they don't all just fly away and it's not like a timing thing. You can literally just go and always get one. And there is an achievement for catching 20 of them. The critters you can catch, the achievements are always for 20. But you'll have no idea where you are. Unless, you know, on your Xbox you got, you know, the tracking open, or maybe in True Achievements you got the tracking open that's keeping track of how many you got. Or when the achievement pops, you know you got enough. I already have enough of the cute fox squirrels, so I don't have to catch any of those anymore.
Might need to shade your eyes. Night's over.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the automaton comments. And I know I have enough crows, so I actually don't have to go for any of those. Don't have to worry about it. So here we got the old. You can see that is I got to find the clothes soakers, which is just an old washing machine. So that is still active, but I can get all this other stuff. That is a health pack. I'll just keep those. But you see, that's just regular loot, so nothing ticked off of the area's stuff. Health packs and all this stuff, never trigger those. Even when this is rare, it's not considered superb loot. So they're just nice finds. While I'm at it, hold on. While I'm at it, there's an upstairs here, so we will go upstairs. Here is a box. There's nothing glowing, so just regular loot. This is a backpack. That is absolute garbage, so we will get rid of that. Is there anything further up here? There might be, with how this building is designed. There might be more stuff to get. And you can double jump, which is cool. But you can see I just launched that the fungi or the fungus. It gives you, oh, nice. I did not know this existed. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? What's up here? What the hell's up here? Nothing. Why am I coming over here then? What? Why am I here? There's nothing here. Oh, I might have to unlock something else to open this up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But you can see that rope, and that goes down. And since it's at an angle, it's not a rope. It's not a rope that I can walk across. Or is it? Nope, it is not a rope I can walk across. It is a sliding rope. So there's ropes you can walk across, and balance does come into effect. It's not the most difficult thing to maintain your balance. Some of them are very, very long, and almost always they are over certain death. Like, they might be over water. If it's water, you might be okay if you can get out of it fast enough before you drown. If it's sludge, you die. But there was loot up here, so it's not a bad idea that I went up to here. So this is a Tanuki mask. Again, useless. This is a shoulder. Very useless, but it gives me decent stuff. Again, not one of the superb loots to find in the place. But as you can see, I came up here and there was nothing for me to do. But there's still a little bit of a loot up here, so it's always worthwhile to go up here. It's always worthwhile to kind of do this. This is a firefly, so because I can interact with it, see, and another pet. I don't know why I captured that one. I already have enough of those, but I just wish the cutscene showed me the pet. I don't see these ones. I don't know what these are. No idea what they are at all. Ooh, I put I put my drinks on the floor, so if I accidentally knock them over, I'm not getting them over my computer, my mouse pad, or anything like that. So I put them on the floor, clearly decently out of range, and almost knocked it over putting it down. Is what it is. Yeah, so I don't know what that pet is. It could be something I need. It could not be something I need.
The world is awake.
Is this something I can climb? No. But this should be something I can... Is that... That is not something I can climb, so I gotta be careful. I don't want to die. Oh, okay. Whoo! Oh! I had no idea. But now that I found an elevator, we will use it to go down. It was not that far down, so I didn't have to worry about it. So this could be the underground area, which is on the map. I need to complete the underground area. So, but you can see that the automaton comes on your shoulder and shines a light. Very helpful because the underground areas are actually pretty dark. Is this a fight area? This is not a fight area. But you can see that toggled off. That's because this whole underground area is solely just to find the good loot. Ooh, that is a muzzle. That is a... I don't know if that's a good muzzle or not. And almost always you find oh, that's got decent bio, but I don't need it. So that's got good stuff. And this is what? That is a top mod that gives me some stuff. Okay, cool. Nothing else in here. So we will continue on. Underground areas, a lot of time they have 2 entrances. Okay, that opens up to a pipe. And almost always one of the this will be like a dead end, so you're like, okay, I don't go that way. Ooh, a bunch of bad guys. Ooh, ooh. So some barrels, let me explain that. That is like a yellow. Oh, people are fighting each other. Okay, there's two groups of baddies that are fighting each other. Is this hold on, is this sludge? Can I drown in here? No, I can't. It's sludge, but it's not sludge. Okay, I think I can do 3 of these before I run out of energy. And you can see my energy in the upper left. It replenishes really, really quickly. Replenishes really, really quickly, which I like. Is that 2? Does it go to 3? It goes to 3. Okay, nice. It goes to 3. This guy's by himself, so I'm gonna go beat him up. You can't run away from me, son! Don't you know who I am? I'm not the Juggernaut, but I might as well be. I'm pretty powerful. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. I'll go beat him up. But yeah, you can see after you stop using it, there's a slight delay, and then the energy fills up, and that fills up really freaking quick. So I'm not sure. It's possible I don't understand it enough. Maybe I don't understand energy regen enough, but I don't really see a difference of having like a really super. I don't see a difference between having like a really, really high energy regen value versus what I currently have. And again, these values, there's like no numerical really value to it of what your regen is. So and I do like the audio indicator of when you're out of combat. I do really appreciate that. See, you hear that? That's this little guy. Okay, now I heard a frog. I don't know what that is. Okay, so is there anything I can loot? No, okay, there's nothing I can loot from these peeps, but there's some fighting up here too. So are they up here as well, or maybe they took care of themselves? Okay, there's nothing. Okay, let's look in these connexes. Nothing. Nope. Is there anything on the other side? No. Really? That's kind of useless. Maybe it's just a fight area. Huh, that's possible. Is there any loot? Is there any loot in here? Holy bejesus, there's a bunch of these guys. Still have no idea what these things are. Cutscene, a useless cutscene. I would really appreciate a cutscene where I'm petting the dang thing. I mean, you know, that'd make me happy. Cute little weird mutant creature. I want to pet the damn thing. If I'm petting the damn thing, let me see that I'm petting the damn thing. Just be nice. It would just be nice. Another add-on. Pretty sure that's a useless add-on, but I can scrap those at a different time. So yeah, there's a double jump, which is kind of nice. Sometimes you can grip on this. Sometimes you can catch on the stuff. Sometimes, It's not, like, it doesn't line up well enough to do it. Actually, while I'm here... Oh, this is... Oh, okay, this is just regular loot, maybe. Nope, that was... What the hell is this? Oh, I guess this is superior loot. Okay. Really? Okay, superb loot. I keep saying superior loot. I'm wrong. It's superb loot. Okay. Okay, so I did superb loot. We still have 2 resource totems and an old world gadget. The old world gadgets are the ones you can have quest trackers on. But you can see, if I move that way, you can kind of see that kind of pinging icon right there. That is actually a resource totem. Oops, okay, I can't go up that way. That is a resource totem. I only knew it was a resource totem because I could see the top of it from down that hill. But this one will tell me what it is. What am I getting? So I got poly. I might be poly material, but I'm just calling it plastic because that's quite literally what plastic is. But that is 1 out of 2 resource totems. And here is the old world gadget.
You need to turn the pegs in sync.
Yep. Yes. So this is what I was talking about. So almost a lot of the puzzles, pretty much all of them, are rotation puzzles. And they're actually fairly straightforward. But you can see I got 15 moves. By default, it's 10. And the only way to get that higher is higher intelligence. The only way to get that higher is intelligence. So you might have to pump up your intelligence.
You really put a spin on it.
Yeah, just roll your eyes anytime it talks. It's pretty bad. And you usually get good items with it. So I got 4 out of those 5 solved. However, since that's the side quest I have tracked, now you can see here that the next one over is 2,834 steps, meters, what have you, away from my current location. It just automatically continues tracking it, which is kind of nice. But you can see I have 1 more resource totem to do to finish this area, and that is what we are actually going to do. You heard that? So you can see there's another critter dude. Let's see if I can see the resource totem. I can see it. So I will glide down there. So then if I yeah, so that is clearly a resource totem over there. You can kind of see it. Kind of, you know, straight to the left of the pink tree. Straight to the left. Almost now basically touching the pink tree. To the left side of the pink tree. That is definitely a resource totem. They all look pretty much similar. They have similar shapes. They will look different depending on what kind of resource it has. But that's pretty much, yeah, what they all look like. Press left down, I can sprint. Sprinting does not take energy. You can sprint throughout the entirety of the game, which is, and you can see the ping, which is why I kind of think mounts are kind of worthless, except the water mount and the dead zone mount. Your sprinting is almost as fast as mount, in my personal opinion. That could be because I pumped up agility really, really high, but for the most part. Okay, clinks. So Metal Gears are clinks. So I got all of that done, and I should have a... No? Sometimes there's an area complete. There'll be like a big... Jong! When you area complete. Didn't happen. Doesn't always happen. But you can see on this map now, Shaftaloo was grayed. Now it's green with a check mark. So I'm done with that. And then we can actually move over to the dam and see, and that'll be the next one we are tracking, and that is where we will pick up next time. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go do this real quick. There's some connexes over here, so there might be some loots to be had. We'll do that before we wrap up. And again, I'm solely wrapping up mainly because I do feel a little lightheaded. That could be residuals from the race I ran last night. Not yet last night, yesterday. It was pretty warm during the race, so I'm actually pretty sunburnt, which is also probably a contributing factor to the dizziness I'm kind of feeling a bit. So we are going to go take care of that by eating, and then we will pick up next time. Maybe next time. I have told myself when I did this several years ago. I came home from a job that I grew to hate. Granted, I had that job for 11 years. I just worked a lot. I was overworked massively. Overworked, understaffed, and quite frankly, for what I did, massively underpaid. So I would always come home super duper 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 stressed and just kind of hating the world. My friends all knew it. My family all knew it. I was just kind of angry. I thought I did as best I could to not outwardly show that, but the second I quit that job, like a weight lifted off my shoulders, and all my friends were like, "Oh man, you know, it was really bad sometimes." I'm like, I didn't realize it. But anyway, kind of a side tangent related to, I tried streaming, and this is not streamed, but you know, I'm trying to get back into the swing of that because I did enjoy it, especially when I had some people to talk to, you know, in the chat or whatever. You know, that was fun. But what I want to do is get back in the stream. But when I had that job and I tried to stream, I think I want to say it was like 3 times a week or whatever. But coming home from a job that just stressed me to all get out, just stressed me super bad. I was hating life. I was hating the world. It became a job, and I started not enjoying streaming because it's like, oh, what if I just want to come home and play a game and not talk to anyone, not deal with anybody? I couldn't do it because I kind of was trying to build up, hey, I'm going to stream this game. So what I'm doing this time is, I mean, I'm not streaming this because it's not a day that I was going to set aside to stream. And I think that's important to kind of do your balance. That if you're going to try to get into this, granted, this is coming from a complete amateur when it comes to streaming and all this online, putting stuff online, I should say. I mean, I've done it a handful of times over the years, but like I'm not a pro. I haven't got any kind of traction whatsoever in any of this stuff. Part of that's me.
Some things will sleep soon. Others are waking up.
Yeah. Part of that's me because I probably didn't do it right, but I was just playing games I liked as opposed to what's popular. But 2, I got some traction on some videos I did of like making a D&D character, and the fact that it just takes me days to make them. It's because I nitpick everything. But I get some comments and I never respond to comments. So I'm going to try to be better on that. But to be better on that is to kind of really set standards of what I want to do. So if I'm only going to say stream Friday night and say Saturday, I want to do Saturday mornings just because that would be afternoon West Coast America time as opposed to Saturday morning Japan time where I'm currently at. If I only do it those 2 times, then I can set aside those 2 times, and if I play a game in the meantime, I can just play a game in the meantime. This time going around, I mean, it's Monday, it's a holiday for me here. It's kind of nice because it's a recovery day for me from the race. But I can record this, and if I want to do an extra recording, I can. I'm going to switch this because that's kind of bothering me. It's kind of tangled. I can set this aside to just if I want to record and maybe post it later, I can, or not. But I'm going to set aside specific times to stream, which are specifically going to be dictated by if I can stream. Because if I got, like, say, a taiko drum performance on a Saturday, Saturday's out. If I'm traveling, say Friday night, Saturday, those are out. And I'm not going to try to make those up. And I think that will help me still enjoy it. Because, you know, if I can stream and if I get 1 or 2 people to talk to on streaming, I'll have fun doing that. And that's kind of what it is, just to have fun. So that's kind of the goal. This I'll post, maybe. I probably will. Just straight stream of consciousness stuff. But yeah, that'll be a goal kind of going forward. Put some content up every now and then. Nothing too crazy, once or twice a week maybe. With breaks here or there, depending on what my real life is doing. And hopefully, you know, have fun doing it, which is the actual goal. To have fun doing it. Maybe
the night could be fun.
I hate the automaton so much sometimes, but maybe, you know, if I can stream at the right times, maybe I'll have some of my friends in America chiming on chat because I haven't necessarily talked to them much over the 3.5, 4, almost 4 years, now 3.5 that I've been in Japan. But it'd be nice to kind of talk to them live. So that'd be kind of nice if they hop in. So when I tried to stream before, I did have a friend, and actually his family watched me. He always made sure to let me know his family was watching because I can tend to curse quite a bit. So he's like, yeah, I'm watching my kids. Be like, alright, I'll try to keep it clean for him. Clean and his young kids at the time. They're older now, but still, I shouldn't curse like a sailor all the time. But again, I had a super stressful job. So I was kind of coming into it angry. Now, granted, my current job, where I teach English, there's some days, some days are better than others, some days are much worse than others. But in general, I'm infinitely more happy than I was when I was an engineer. A lot less stress at work, a lot less responsibilities. I've clearly defined responsibilities. I sometimes have clearly defined responsibilities. For the most part, I know what I'm supposed to do, and I do it. I usually don't get blindsided. And again, I get in when I'm supposed to get in, and I get out when I'm supposed to get out. And that kind of keeps me sane. And I still like playing games, so I'll try to keep all those together. And be happier. And a happier me is a less cursy me, which hopefully will keep this channel cleaner. And maybe more people will be able to find it, enjoy it, and not have to worry about someone just cursing up a storm left and right. Which I have a knack for doing, or a tendency to do. We'll just catch these guys. I have no idea what these are. I don't need a cutscene. But yeah, and we'll leave it at that. So this has been kind of a crash course in Biomutant, which I do really like. Some small gripes. Not a lot of them. Actually, we will save. Well, let me show you how this game saves. I only got one save for this character because I don't care. So we'll do this. 1001, 1002. 2-second save time. Done. Amazing. Love. You know, we'll do the quit so it actually goes back to the main screen here, right? Because why not? But super amazing save times. Huge boon I like to this game. I like being able to save and it's just saved. Super nice because then you don't have to worry about some games you hit save and it starts the save process, but you can move around and do stuff during the save process. And that will quit to the home screen because I know the automaton will talk to me. But that's kind of nice that it just saves instantly. You can't do anything because in some games that other games that I've played that I like, it'll start the saving process, but you can run around and maybe start talking to people, maybe get in a fight, and then you're not necessarily sure where the save kicked in. So I kind of like that that's straight shot. We are going to, we'll just kill that so you can see the beautiful background of Biomutant. And we'll call that here. But again, I really like this game. I didn't really show you much of the game. I know it's an old game, came out 2 years ago. But there's a lot of stuff to do in the game. I really like the side quests and how they have that set out and split out. The world is beautiful. Crafting is so much to do in crafting. The new weapon, the weapons you can craft. I didn't go into you can craft armor, but it's basically just improving the armor you currently have. You can't make fresh. You can just like up tier, go from say like a 2-star armor to maybe a 2.5. I don't know because I haven't paid that close attention to it. I have improved some stuff a couple times, but I didn't really pay attention to what level stuff was at in the beginning and to where it ended up. Just some small gripes, but overall I really freaking enjoy the game, and we'll play some more. We'll share some more, and I'll rant some more about it while playing. Just kind of stream of consciousness out there in the ether. Whatever comes in usually comes out, and we'll go from there. Until then, peace. Catch you next time.